WhatsApp us or call us at 457-9997. Activated Mornings on WEFM 99.9 is on now.
All righty, so we are back with you for another commentary segment on today's Activated Mornings program. And this is the time when we hear from Mr. Kingsley Defreitas. Mr. Defreitas, good morning to you.
So it's Friday. I'm glad to be alive on Friday.
Yeah. Amen. And I said amen deliberately.
I want to ask a question. Did I hear Pigeon in his commentary saying yesterday all men violate women? Did he say that?
Not quite. No, not quite.
He said Vincentian men
love to beat women or something close enough to that, yes.
So your interpretation that he was saying that most Vincentian men violate women, that's what that's your interpretation?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Right. So, but I found this commentary to be quite interesting because let me tell you something, right? Two people come together to get married, and they say, according to the Bible, maybe the part is true, that women should submit themselves to their husband. But for some reason, the husband gets home and he's in that mood, and he made an aggressive move towards his wife. She's not in the mood, but he aggressively invaded her privacy and had sex with her. Would you consider that being rape?
It is.
It is rape.
Okay,
Next question.
So the caller who called yesterday and said that Pigeon owe men apology. Do you agree with him?
Because he didn't use the word some. Right, it almost sounded like it was all men, all Vinci men, when we know that is not a fact. Pigeon himself, and I asked him the question, has he ever hit a woman? He said no. So clearly it can't be all, it would have to be some. Whether the some is a majority, I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, well, that some could be a big amount. But hey, I found the commentary quite interesting. I also find the caller who called and say that Pigeon owe men apology. I found it because see what happened. That is why I asked the question. It have a lot of men who aggressively go towards their women or wives because they are married. They think that they could do that whenever they want. Mm-hmm. And as you say, if you invade lady privacy, it's become the report. And I don't like using that word for some reason. I don't like using that word, especially on WEFM because some people might get offended.
Rape?
Yeah. Well, you know, calling to old people, if your mother who actually will pick me telling mommy, why you want too long? He say, hold on, come. But here's something. It's an interesting commentary, and I think people should have, I feel people call and respond to the commentary, but I think it's something that we should pay attention to, because we tell you something. It have some women in siblings and again who also abuse men.
Mm-hmm.
And we sit and we say most, if not some men abuse women. But how would you deal with a situation where you had a relationship with somebody for about 10 years, you had a child with them, between the age of 1 and 6, you and the lady has a separation. She decided that she's not going to allow you to see the child. You put the mother in court. The court rule that you have visitation rights every other Friday. And they didn't bring the child to see you as father. Do you think that is an abuse of privilege by the mother because she is the person who carried the child for 9 months and you are just, what do you say, nicely really? A sperm donor? You think that's an abuse of privilege?
I think it is. Yes, I don't think that any parent should be denied the right to see their child.
Yeah, I mean, we hear about abuse. Men is always in the front line when it comes to abuse. Men abuse this, men abuse that. Like Pigeon says some, and if not most of them. But there are men in Jamaica and Nigerians who have been abused constantly by their wives or girlfriend. And that put a rift between them and the child because he can't see the child and he can't develop a relationship with the child. And then he sit it out because when we were young, Roleza, if we have a relationship with a woman and she hits us, and we go to the police station, the police will say, man, go to the station, you anti-pimp pimp. The abuse starts right there. You making a report about an abuse from a woman, and the police will tell you, man, you little boy, go to the station, you anti-pimp pimp. You get frustrated, and you hit her. You shouldn't do that, but that's just your instant reaction. And that is what I found interesting about Pigeon comments yesterday. Because there are a lot of men out there who find themselves in that position where they are being abused. They sit quiet for years, and one time, like Beckett song say, hey, you call it good, make one mistake, the whole world will chastise it. And it's really unfortunate. So I found that comment yesterday quite interesting. And because of the nature of the relationship at WEFM in terms of macho, I was hoping more people respond and let us know what is their experience and why we should not encourage men, most men, if not all kinds of Pigeon, to stop hate women and abuse them. But for those men in the minority who get abused, Pigeon should take your abuse and keep your anti-pimp himself quiet. All right, have a great day.
That's really how you end in this commentary, Kingsley.
Yeah.
What is the advice you would give to men who are being abused, man to man? What is the advice that you would give to them?
Well, go and make a report to the police station. Do what everything is in the confine of the law because you will get yourself holding the bitter end of the stick if you only decide to do what it to do instantly, or you might be finding yourself on the wrong side of the law. But if you want to suck up the abuse until you can't take it no longer, you just leave. You understand?
Okay. All right.
Okay.
All right.
Have a great weekend.
You too, Kingsley. See you Monday, huh? Monday.
Definitely.
All right. Take care. All right. And that was today's commentary with Kingsley. Anything you want to say, Dianna?
Well, I wanna also encourage you. Ask Kingsley what was his encouragement to men who have been abused. I wanna join with him and saying, if you're being abused, just leave. Because if you're saying if you go to the police, they won't take you seriously. They did, we did have an interview with them where they're saying, that's changing, and the police are supposed to be taking men seriously when they come in with reports of abuse. But let's say you happen to go to a police station and the officers there didn't get the memo, then I would just advise you to leave because that's the next best option. Hopefully you have somewhere to go. Yeah.
I think one of the other things that maybe is not spoken about a lot is men being financially abused. In that there are some women who know that they don't have any interest in this man. There are men out there who would constantly be given and they're not getting back. I'm not saying it's going to be reciprocated back in finances, but in terms of being taken care of, being loved, there are some women out there who are just abusing men financially.
Them ladies said, "As it go." Is it that they said that is the way to go? But I don't agree.
That's the way to go. Yeah, but
collect the money from the man. And
this is why so many people are jaded right about now when it comes to love and relationships.
Correct.
When you talk to some men out there right about now, they are like, all woman wants is man with money, and all they're doing is using woman. And I have to tell them, not all women are like that. who have y'all been dating in the past?
And that's the thing with us, both male and female, when we tend to talk about all women and all men is the type we go for, and we don't accept that reality. You have a type, because I remember I have this friend, and he would always complain to me about red woman. They had this thing, red girl is this one, and he complaining red woman this, red woman that, and he did with one, they go back and he did with another one, and they have a child together. I'm like, what are you even talking about? What's your problem?
Yeah, but so many. Like I'm talking to men who I know. I'm looking at these videos and so forth on YouTube and the men seem to have the same opinion of women, that all of us are out there just wanting them for their money because of the experiences that they have gone through, and
hopefully it's the ones that actually have money, because if you don't have any money, then
this is why but you see also, I also feel it for those who don't have the money but who keep giving, because they think that in giving, and the whole definition of for some men is that they are the provider.
Societies who have all them things here, so because we have this way, we say, oh, a woman's supposed to be this way, and the man's supposed to be this way, and the man's supposed to do this, and the woman's supposed to do this, and now we're having issues. We self put up them things, them societal constructs.
But remember, it's also traditional, and it might also be biblical, where men are the providers.
Society, because men, but who do and say and create all these things? As humans, we self put them in place. Yeah.
Well, right, but there are some men who think that because this is their role as being the provider, that they are going to give, especially those who barely have, who give their everything. And I think one of the other things that I looked at, like I always remember there was this lady that I know. I mean, not be too specific right now. And she was with an older guy, and the way in which she would talk to this gentleman, I was so sorry and so embarrassed for this man. All in the van, she could be roughing him up. She would be day by the road, they're waiting for van, etc. And the way in which she would speak to him. And I used to feel sorry for him, but I thought maybe because he's older, he needed somebody to look out for him or somebody to take care of him. So I always thought that it was a little bit unfortunate, especially when you see that significant difference in age, where persons, they need somebody in their life, because especially when you get older, somebody has to be there to look out for you. But some persons just accept anything, and I don't agree with it.
Many women have, let me choose my words carefully. Many women, and not all women, many women believe that that's how it should be, that the man is supposed to just always be giving it to you, everything you need. Once you get in a relationship with this man, all of his finances and whatever he had to take care of before shouldn't matter, and everything that should matter is you and all that you need and want. And to be a woman and to disagree with other women when they think like this, they don't like it.
When say that again? When
many women believe that this scenario that you're talking about, where there are these men who just give and they ain't getting no love or care in return. Many women believe that it should be like that the man is supposed, from the minute you enter that man's life, he's supposed to pay all your bills. He's supposed to give you money to do your hair, money to do your nails, buy you clothes, shoes, take you out to fancy restaurants. So whatever bill he had before, everything should just be put on hold. Apparently, it shouldn't matter. All his money and everything should go to you. And as a woman, if you you disagree with women who think like that, they will probably think
they say you foolish.
Yeah.
They say you foolish.
Yep. And I really cannot agree with that, because you have to understand, the men have their whole lives before they get with you. How do you expect somebody to get in a relationship with you, and every single thing you need, he must now provide for you? What about what he had to provide for himself or even his family before that?
What were you doing for yourself before this man came along? Because you had to have done it for yourself, unless you're one who just keep going from man to man to man to take care of your bills, So yeah, it is a topic for I guess of greater discussion, especially when you look at the change. Has it really changed from yesteryear to what is happening now in terms of the domestic abuse or that dependency? Maybe one of these days we have to go into that a little bit more. All right. But time here in SVG, it is now 8:00, and our time check came to you with the compliments of New Haven Funeral Home.